NAMA stands for the Northern Australian Marine Monitoring Alliance, and it's a program that supports Indigenous rangers across the north of Australia and traditional owners to help them to monitor their sea country using scientific methods and training that's undertaken through the Australian Institute of Marine Science. We're combining science and First Nations knowledge and culture to sustain and look after our sea country.
AIMS is pretty good at marine monitoring, but we can't be everywhere, and we're realising that the places that we're not able to get to coincides with a fantastic capacity across the Indigenous ranger sector. And the idea that's come from that realisation is that if we can join forces, we can bring our methodologies and our data analysis systems to traditional owners and combine that with their on-country capability and local knowledge and traditional knowledge, then all of a sudden we can start to fill some of these gaps. The NAMA framework at the moment is focused on 3 demonstration projects, one in Torres Strait, one at Groote Eylandt and another one in the Kimberley in northwestern Australia with the Bardi-Jawi people.
Back in 2018 is when we first started our partnership with AIMS. We came together, all the AIMS researchers, all the rangers, and we started to make a plan. How are we gonna do sea country monitoring? What are the values of your sea country and what do you wanna monitor?
In the Kimberley, we've been looking at questions they had about sea country health and specifically 2 indicators, fish and coral reefs. And we use BRUVs, baited video systems, and we also used drop cameras. We've been teaching the rangers to use those techniques to get the best data that we possibly can from their reef systems so that they can use that to inform their sea country management.
Working with NAMA gave me more confidence in showing the data and talking with our elders. And it gave me pride and confidence that I could tell that story to my elders and just watching their reactions, and you could see how proud our elders are.
He's got all the blessing to talk up front about what he's learned and over the years with AIMS. And we're proud of him, and hopefully we can have more of our mob learning the scientific side of things.
What the aim really is for First Nations peoples, Indigenous ranger groups across the country to lead the marine monitoring projects with technical support and scientific support through AIMS, but for that actual project and program to be led by First Nations peoples.
AIMS has been working real good with us, with our mob, and actually let them do the project themselves too, and then have a review after, and so far they've given us the tick that we're on the right track, handling the actual projects ourselves.
We learn a lot from traditional owners, their knowledge of the environment. They live there and they know exactly everything in their country, where things are.
Like I wouldn't know how many cells a coral release, but I know where to find the corals, so I can provide them sort of knowledge. We must merge our cultural knowledge with Western knowledge or find the best possible way we can have our sustainable management for our sea country. Urmemek is the language name for crown of thorn. Urmemek translates to Ur means fire and Memek means like the tide. So the fire with the tide. I can remember as far as back 2016 I started, seeing them becoming more out on sea country.
In the Torres Straits, the traditional owners were very interested in crown of thorns. They have outbreaks in that part of the country, and for them it's a really important danger for their coral reefs. AIMS has developed this method that you take a water sample and you can look at DNA that's in that water sample, and it can tell you whether there's crown of thorns in that reef. So that's the beauty of that NAMA circle. AIMS kind of provides this back-end scientific support, because that's what we're great at doing, is looking at data, analysing it, modelling it, and then we bring it back on country to where it belongs.
The NAMA framework that we've developed with our 3 partners is absolutely scalable across all of Northern Australia. We've created a platform for NAMA that includes validated, robust scientific methods, training material that can teach those methods to rangers who might deploy them. We've got technology that's been developed in order to collect the data, communication products designed for reporting back to community, whether it be to school children or elders. We have a website, which is a landing place where NAMA members can access the training material and access the other resources that NAMA offers. We're now ready to roll this out to more groups.
The thing that's holding us back is the resourcing. And that's what we really need, because we've spent all these years getting the recipe exactly right. And we've been getting that recipe right hand in hand with the ranger communities and their elders.
The scientific benefit to AIMS of our NAMA partnerships has been increasing our knowledge of areas that we previously did not have data. It's also supporting the inherent responsibility of traditional owners to understand the health in their own sea country in order to manage it for future generations.
There's a lot of work need to be done, and there's a lot more commitment from all, but we as a tribe are happy to be engaged with research. We know that needs to happen for us to have a healthy reef and generally have a healthy lifestyle for us to and for the environment and the species that live there.